Tom Smith, a lifelong civil servant, lay in his hospital bed, his breath shallow and laboured. His 3 children, Elizabeth, James and Margaret, surrounded him, their faces etched with grief. Tom had always been a man of simple tastes and unwavering principles. He had dedicated his life to serving his country, his integrity and honesty unquestionable. Now, as his time drew to a close, he looked upon his children with a mixture of pride and concern. Elizabeth, the eldest, held his hand tightly, her heart heavy with a confusing blend of sorrow and resentment. She loved her father dearly, but she couldn't shake the feeling that he could have done more with his life. He'd always stressed the importance of hard work and honesty, yet they had lived a modest life, devoid of the luxuries that others seemed to enjoy so effortlessly. As Tom's breaths grew shallower, Elizabeth couldn't help but think about the financial struggles that lay ahead. Her father, despite his unwavering dedication to his work, was leaving them with little more than a lifetime of memories and a worn-out family car. The weight of responsibility pressed down on her, a heavy burden that she was ill-prepared to bear. Tom's gaze swept over his children, his eyes filled with unspoken love and wisdom. He wanted to impart one final lesson, to explain that true wealth lay not in material possessions, but in the legacy one left behind. However, his strength was fading, and the words remained locked within his heart. With a final, shuddering breath, Tom Smith slipped away, leaving his children to grapple with their grief and the uncertain future that lay before them. In the days following her father's funeral, Elizabeth found herself wrestling with a maelstrom of emotions. Grief washed over her in waves, threatening to drown her in its depths. But beneath the sorrow, a more insidious feeling took root: resentment. She couldn't understand why her father, a man of such unwavering principles, had not provided more for his family. She had always been ambitious, dreaming of a life filled with the finer things that her friends seemed to acquire so effortlessly. Her father's constant lectures about honesty and integrity now rang hollow in her ears. What good were principles, she thought bitterly, if they left you struggling to make ends meet? He could have been anything, she lamented to her brother James, her voice thick with frustration. He was intelligent, hard-working, and well-respected. But he chose to be a humble civil servant, content with a meagre salary and a mountain of bills. James, ever the peacemaker, tried to reason with his sister. He wasn't driven by money, Elizabeth. He believed in serving others, in making a difference in the world. "And what difference did it make?" Elizabeth retorted, her voice sharp with anger. "We're struggling to pay the rent and I'm drowning in student loan debt." Elizabeth's resentment festered, poisoning her memories of her father. She couldn't shake the feeling that he had let them down, that he had chosen principles over prosperity, leaving his children to bear the brunt of his idealistic choices. Trust is a powerful thing. It can open doors that we never even knew existed. When we place our faith in someone, we create opportunities for growth, understanding and connection. Trust isn't just given, it's earned through actions and consistency. And once it's established, it can lead to some of the most rewarding experiences in life. So take a moment to reflect on the trust you have in others and the trust they have in you. It's a bond that can truly transform lives. The true measure of a man is not in the wealth he accumulates, but in the lives he touches with kindness and integrity. It's about the legacy he leaves behind, the memories that linger in the hearts of those who knew him. In the end, it's the character and compassion that define his worth. A daughter's gratitude is a powerful testament to a father's love and guidance. It's in the moments she cherishes, the lessons she carries forward, and the values instilled in her heart. Her gratitude reflects the profound impact of a father's unwavering support and dedication. What will your legacy be? Will it be the material possessions you leave behind, or the values and principles you impart to future generations? Think about the stories people will tell, the inspiration you will provide, and the difference you will make in the lives of others. Your legacy is crafted through your actions, your words, and your deeds. The enduring power of a good name is immeasurable. It opens doors, builds trust, and fosters respect. A good name is a reflection of one's integrity, honesty, and the way they treat others. It's a lasting testament to a life well lived, and it continues to inspire and uplift long after one is gone.